Okay, we are back to continue on with our journey. Looks like we're going this way. Hey, dudes. There's a crocodile. Oh, it's fine. We're fine. Hello. I'm supposed to talk to you about hunting?
This guar gives its life so we may have meat. Now I give you my time.
I need help with
Why?
I need help with my hunting. I was told to talk to you.
Oh? Do the winds speak my name? Or the birds? Or is there perhaps someone else who told you to speak with me? My adroitnosity is known throughout the fen, of course, but it whispers only to its creatures, and me, of course.
I asked around. Everyone told me to talk to Vanessa. Vanessa?
Everyone? The Metropolinia hum with tales of my vergoritude. Well, who am I to deny them? Go ahead, ask your questions.
I need to know where to hunt the creatures of Shadowfen.
The Fen speak to me readily about their bountinosity of beasts. Please, ask me about any of these and I will stipendify you with my knowledge. But know that most beasts of the Fens can be found anywhere, if you are wise enough to find them.
Can you tell me about giant wasps?
Interesting, but deadly insects. They can be found singly or in swarms. Beware the wasp queen. She has a mighty sting, and is often protected by her lesser drones. Wasps dwell mostly in the venomous fens, the southernmost region of Shadowfen.
What can you teach me about mud crabs?
Mud crabs live all over the world, but the sweetest of the hard-backed beasts live here, in reticulated spine. The foul-tempered creatures can be found all along the northern region of Shadowfen.
Can you tell me... I'd like to know more about the elite?
Larger and more deadly predators than the Kaguti. Alit hunt the venomous fens along the southern edge of Shadowfen. Be careful. These beasts carry a disease called ataxia. You'll find yourself staggering and weak if you let them bite you.
What about the Kajuti? Kajuti?
They are two-legged predators, more aggressive than guar, and similar in some way to Alits. They eat anything they can fit in their large mouths. To hunt them, search the central regions of Shadowfen in Leafwater.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I actually went one. Can't help but notice my mini-map. Okay, there it is. Oh, she's freezing. I was gonna say, I can't help but notice my mini-map was being very vague about everything, but she's coming back. Just over here.
What's keeping that idiot? He should be back by now. Dominion troops have been spotted in this area. Steer clear if you've a mind to keep your head.
Who are you?
Servild Steelwind, deputy to the Vice Canon Hrondar. My son and I were sent to this festering sewer on a mission of vital importance to the Pact.
How can I help?
A number of Argonian relics are scattered throughout this swamp. I've been told that they're powerful enough to turn the tide of the war in our favor. I was skeptical, but the Dominion presence here seems to confirm it. We need to get to them first.
I'll gather the relics for you.
Yeah, they don't look like much. Little Argonian carvings. I have no idea why they're so important. You'll find them inside 4 reliquaries, near the stone altars in the swamp.
Why don't you collect them yourself?
My son and I were delayed on the road. The Pact Scout should be here any minute to take the relics back to Stormhold. If I'm not here, he'll raise an alarm that would wake dead Isgramor. I sent my boy to get them, but he's worthless.
What's your son's name?
Norland. Boy couldn't find his own arse with a clairvoyance spell. Takes after his whoring mother.
Oh.
Enough talk. When you find the relics, bring them here.
Arf. Arf. Okay. Look over. Oh. I was going to attack those, but they're actually friendly, so we'll leave them be. I think they're friendly. Oh, here it is. 9 commands of the 8 divines. Okay. Hold on. Okay, 9 commands of the 8 divines. By the intercession of Saint Alicia, you may be filled with grace and the strength and the wisdom that come from grace. That through these teachings you may come to the true meaning of the 8 divines and their glories. To convey to man's mind all the manifold subtleties, I bet. To convey to a man's mind all the manifold subtleties of truth and virtue may not be done, where all the seas ink and all the skies the parchment upon which their wisdoms were writ. Yet Yakatosh in his wisdom, knowing how impatient is man, and how loath he is to travel upon the hard roads of truth, has allowed these 9 simple commands to be made manifest with powerful clarity and concise definition. Dendar says, be kind and generous to the people of Tamriel, protect the weak, heal the sick, and give to the needy. RK says, honor the earth, its creatures, the spirits, living and dead, guard and tend the bounties of the mortal world, and do not profane the spirits of the dead. Marl says, live soberly and peacefully, honor your parents, preserve the peace and security of home and family. Zenathar says, work hard and you will be rewarded, spend wisely and you'll be comfortable, never steal or you will be punished. And Nerith says, use nature's gifts wisely, respect her power, and fear her fury. Dibella says, open your heart to the noble secrets of art and love, treasure the gifts of friendship. Seek joy and inspiration in the mysteries of love. Julianus says, know the truth, observe the law, and when in doubt, seek wisdom from the wise. Akatosh says, serve and obey your emperor. Study the covenants, worship the 8, do your duty, and heed the commands of the saints and priests. And the 8 say, above all else, be good to one another. If only each man might look into the mirror of these commands and see reflected there the bliss that might enfold them. Were he to serve in strict obedience to these commands, he would be cast down and made contrite and humble. The obedient man may come to the altars of the 8 and be blessed, and may receive the comfort and healing of the 8, and may give thanks to his manifold blessings. Heedless, the wicked man turns away, and forsaking the simple wisdoms granted to him by the all-wise and all-knowing 8, he lives in sin and ignorance all the... Okay.
That was intellectually stimulating.
Startled me. We did, I can't remember, it was like one of the first ones that we were at. We did a thing where we made these friendly to us. It was like a part of the quest. I think that's why they're calm now. I can't remember what the quest name was, but there was one where We pretty much, yes, made them bow to us. I don't remember how, but we did. We did. Let's go real quick. Doings. Oh, stop. Oh, I guess.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
Are you insane? Don't you know what taking those relics will do to the Dreg?
Your father told me to collect them.
What? Our orders were to protect the reliquaries. Removing the relics is the worst thing you could do. This is a disaster.
He said you went to collect them, but you never came back.
Removing the relics will enrage the Dreg. The tree minders will lose control over them.
Did I put them back?
It's not that simple. There's a whole ritual to perform. The tree minders must first calm the Dreg, and then return the relics to their containers. But my father knows this. He knows the relics can't be disturbed. This is madness.
What do I do?
We must warn the tree minders. Take the relics to Tree Minder Ralital. Her camp is near the ruins. She'll know what to do. I'll go back to the camp and speak to my father. There must be a logical explanation for this.
I'll go to the tree minders camp. Uh-oh. So did we go through all that thing where we made them friendly to us and now they're like, you will die. Giant snake right here.
Stimulating.
Look at this place.
Oh. So...
Exceptional.
Leather doesn't last as long when it's constantly damp. Even when polished, each night mold blooms across its surface, dulling the shine and eating away at its strength. Metal suffers a different, yet but not dissimilar fate. Rust eats away from the inside out, bubbling through and flaking away unprotected areas. Joints stiffen if not oiled constantly. Preserve your weapons and armor, soldiers. When possible, hang your gear above the sodden ground. As you must breathe, so must they. For they will prove your only protection against the enemies known and unknown against whom we are set. I don't want to be here quite yet, I just was wanting to unlock it. Alright. Apparently there is a book over here. Nope.
Good find, cohort.
Does it show that there's a book here, but there's not? Am I being blind? Oh, that was Xander walking across my path. Xander, stop it. I don't know where that book is. Unless it's one of those things where the map is being slow to disappear. Oop. Oh, did you see it? I saw it. Where is it? Bottom at the heart. Maybe forever to find, but it was really dry reading, so we'll move on. Back here, anything? Anything? Hatching pools discovered? Alright.
Your search for knowledge continues.
Well, this isn't where I want to be.
What a mess. This was a sad day until you appeared. Are you a person who can be hired?
Perhaps. What do you want me to do?
Save our idiot clutch brother Miharu. He came to this dismal village to work in the Mud Tree village mine. Now goblins have seized it and our brother's inside. A group of us came to rescue him. What were we thinking? We're not warriors.
Any idea where should I begin?
Suridreth runs the place. She was the former master here before the pact. She is knowledgeable about the mine. Unfortunately, we're not on good speaking terms. You have no history here. You can talk to her.
If your brother still lives, I'll find him.
My clutch brother may be no smarter than a goblin, but he's family.
What can you tell me about the situation in the Mud Tree village?
This pit of a mining village? It's a terrible place run by a horrible person.
Why do you say this place is terrible?
Before the pact, Argonians were enslaved here. When our chains were finally broken, most of us left. Too much blood and pain in this place.
What can you tell me about the foreman?
Zuth! Suridreth. I can say nothing good about her. She was a master when we were slaves, and she remains a master now. She was fond of the lash. I doubt that's changed.
Why did your brother come here?
He is mad, that's why. A few days ago, Miharil was overcome with the desire to return here. Maybe it's a perverse homesickness, or maybe he just lusts for Dunmer gold. And now he's dragged me back here.
And we'll go try to save him.
You're the hero who defeated Alexandra Canal at Vivek's Antlers.
Sorry, but if you're here to buy iron, the metalworks is running low. A minor labor dispute, that's all. Come back in a few days and I'll give you a good deal on iron ingots.
I'm looking for Muriel.
Miharil? His brothers put you up to this? Well, he's not here. He's in the mine with more valuable, productive employees. Now, excuse me, I've got a labor problem to deal with.
You mean your goblin problem?
Damn those Argonians. They can't keep anything quiet. All right, it's goblins. You want Miharil? Then rescue my workers. Just try not to kill the goblins. Oh, and bring back their goblin totem.
Why the concern about these goblins? What does a totem have to do with this?
I don't need an all-out war. Not until the vice cannons send help. The fewer dead, the fewer angry goblins. And with that totem, I'll have some bargaining power.
How do I avoid killing goblins?
Well, I had the men gather table scraps from the mess. There's no food in that mine. The goblins will be starving. Throw scraps at them, and they'll go mad for it. They might even fight over it. That's better than them eating my miners.
Alright, I'll check out the mine.
Good. If you can get this mess sorted out, and we'll be back to business as usual, and I won't have to listen to any more of Tel Dravel's moaning.
About the mine?
It's not operational without miners, if you catch my meaning. What do you really want?
Where did the goblins come from, and why did they attack?
Well, their camp's above the mine. We employed a few of them, but otherwise we left each other alone. I don't know why they'd be upset at us. Maybe they decided we looked funny. Or maybe they wanted my favorite dress. Either way, it has to stop.
I think there's more to that than that, but... I have no echo, so I cannot speak. For your goblin brothers. My limbs are short, so I cannot reach the sky. My wind is bound. Won't you help me break free? If you do not set our goblin brethren free, who will? Argonians know the yoke of servitude. Will we place it on others while the memory of slavery still lingers in our minds? When we return to the Hist, what will our ancestors say to us? And you, who are not Argonians, are we not all brothers under our soft or scaly skins? If we use slaves, are we not depriving ourselves of honest work? If we force others into service, will not our overlords do the same to us? If you want to know what you can do to save a goblin, speak to Muriel. Oh, so did she basically replace the Argonians with goblins? And then was wondering why the goblins are all angry? Because I'm pretty sure lore is that Argonians are actually fairly kind. Which made them good slaves. They're pretty meek, I guess.
Ew. Be sure to wash your hands.
You're not a goblin. If I had a weapon, I would have flattened all these stinking runts, but they caught me by surprise. I told Suri this was a bad idea.
Suri sent me. Have you seen the other miners?
Lenam Sero fled further into the mine, but Miharil ran into that hut. I'm not sure if he's still alive. Frankly, I don't care. That lazy scaleskin left me to die. Many thanks, my friend. When we meet again, the mead will be on me.
Against my better judgment, I followed your orders and compiled the following report on mining operation costs, specifically regarding worker costs. Trained miners, 15 a day, plus 10 gold a day rations. Argonian miners, 10 gold a day, plus 8 gold a day rations. General workers, 8 gold a day, plus 8 gold for rations. Indentured servant, 0, but 4 gold a day rations. Oversight, 1 out of 10 gold a day. Goblin, 0 gold, 1 gold day rations. Oversight, unknown. Trained miners Argonians produce about the same amount of quality work per day, which is at least double that of a general worker's output. Indentured servants' output varies wildly, but on a long-term basis they seldom produce more on average than the general worker, and almost never remain with the mine after their period of indenture ends. Goblins are a wild card. So far they dig like maniacs and have absolutely no interest in anything they pull out of the mine. See my other notes on employee theft. And they work for scraps, but I've heard rumblings, particularly from their shamans. They are unpredictable, and I suggest we use them sparingly and only for short periods of service. Yep, I was right. You replaced Argonians with goblins. But, Argonians were pretty kind. I don't want to say meek, because that's not true. They fight hard. But fighting isn't their nature. They're pretty peaceful. Hello.
Who are you? Did Suri send you to kill me?
I'm here to save the workers.
They must think me thick-shelled. And they be right. I came to help. No one, not even a goblin, deserves to be a slave. Suri Dreth used their totem to control them. So I stole the totem. I thought if I returned it to the goblins, they'd leave.
They're still here.
And they even chose a war chief and settled in. They'll keep attacking the village until the vice cannons wipe them out. Help me clear the blood from my name.
She wants the totem returned to her.
So she can enslave the goblins again. That would bring peace, of sorts. I can't bear that. If I had the totem, perhaps I could solve this. Go out the mine's back exit to the goblin camp above us. The war chief must have the totem.
Stay here until I bring the totem back.
Please hurry. If the vice cannons arrive before we get the totem, they'll just kill or enslave the goblins again. This was supposed to be a clear stream, but it is now fouled with blood.
I need to know more about the totem.
I'll tell you what I can. I'm no expert on goblins.
How does the totem give her control over the goblins?
Goblins always chase after their totems. Suri knew that. She paid someone to steal it from the goblins. She lured them here, and then hired a maid to enchant the thing. Apparently, goblins are easy to charm.
If we destroyed it, what would happen?
I don't think it would be good. I heard a story once about an Argonian who destroyed a goblin totem. He wanted to save his village. The goblins went on a rampage for weeks. They shredded tree, hut, and nest alike.
Where's the totem now?
After I gave it to them, the biggest beat the others into submission and took it. So now he is the war chief. He's probably close to the center of their camp. They circle around their totems like flies on a carcass.
I should probably pick the correct.
Suri finally sent help? The goblins went crazy and started killing without warning. I barely escaped.
Go ahead and get out of here.
Thanks, stranger. I got separated from Aid v Iron Kettle and Miharil. They ran to the Argonian huts and I hid here. I hope they're all right.
Alright. Going this way. Dude. We're out of food scraps, so at this point it's kill them all.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Apocrypha, take you!
This Nord was recently killed and his belongings are in disarray, but a rune stone remains clutched in his hand. A number of Nord runes are carved on one side of the stone with the name Hodmar Iron Kettle on the other. Hodmar may be related to IV Iron Kettle. Take this. Oh, looks like I'm going this way and around.
That intellectually stimulating.
I hear you up there. Get down here and help me.
Sure, after I pillage everything. This way we go.
Your fate is sealed. I figured Suri Dreth would send someone after the totem. Just had to hide nearby and wait for rescue. And here you are. I'm not delirious enough to think she sent you to save me.
What are you doing down here?
Suri Dreth brought me in to keep the goblins in line. That trinket of theirs only does so much. All these years of experience breaking slaves to be properly obedient, and then a damn goblin stabs me.
Alright, well, tell me everything.
That soft-hearted Argonian stole the totem, breaking its spells. I'll wear his hide for boots. Goblins are animals. We were teaching them a trade. With you here, there's still hope to salvage this mess.
How so?
Beat on some goblins for a bit, then slam that totem down in front of them. They'll cower at the sight. While you do that, I'll climb down. Meet me inside the mine at the slave quarters. We'll retake the place, if you've got the totem.
I don't particularly want to help you make more slaves. But... An easy assignment. Homer, I received your request to be reassigned outside the mine for the remainder of your indentured servitude. I was tempted to reject your request out of hand, as I have your last 3 requests. It is not my fault your wife misses you, or that the mine takes your breath away when you work. I did not accrue the debt you owe, and it's not my responsibility to give you a cushy way to work it off. However, I find myself in need of a small favor. One of the goblins, a chief of theirs, has taken to rabble-rousing among the workers. I want to show him who runs the mining effort, and I'd like you to do something for me. The chief is seldom seen without a feather-colored trinket, a totem of a little value, but something I'm sure he prizes in his own primitive way. Steal it from him and bring it back to me, and I'll forgive your debt. I'm sure the goblins will see how petty their chief is once he misses his trinket, and all will be well again in the mind. Sorry, little Naruto butcher.
Fortuitous.
Okay, nothing that way.
We can use this.
Do Apocrypha with you.
Left the puppy alone. I'm sorry.
Distasteful.
I know. I know, buddy.
Give me the totem. I'll use it to lead the goblins into the swamps. They won't bother anyone after that. Sure, they're not civilized, but they don't deserve this abuse.
How do you know the goblins will listen to you?
I don't, but I have to try. If we enslave them, what does that say about us? It isn't about the goblins, really. It's about what we want the pact to be. And I want it to be better.
Oh yeah, take the totem. Lead the goblins to freedom.
May the rains be ever on your back, friend. This nightmare will be over shortly. Let my brothers know I'll see them soon. Good riddance, Thragnar the Failure. To freedom!
I can't believe you actually sided with that coward. Go die in a hole, goblin lover. The pact doesn't need any more snowbacks like you.
Mm-hmm.
Another chance at perfection.
Okay, can't go in there. Alright, I didn't go very far into here. Okay, it doesn't be though. Okay, well, I guess we better go out and see what happened. Goblins are still here.
My brother went to lead the goblins away. We're hoping he succeeds and returns safely. Thanks for your help, my friend.
Glad I could help.
May the swamp give you bountiful fruit, plentiful fish, and sharp stones, my friend. You've done a great service for our egg brother, and it will not be forgotten.
Thank you for getting me out of that mine. My husband and I are indebted to you. Once things have calmed down, I'll get you that mead I promised. And it'll be good stuff from Hodmar's private stock, assuming the goblins haven't stolen it.
I found this runestone in the goblin camp in the hand of a dead Nord.
By the eight, no. My beloved Hodmar. He was so strong, so tough. I thought he made it out alive. By Mara, I'll kill those goblins, one and all.
Okay, well, nothing good came of that, huh?
This work isn't going to do itself.
There's a book over here, maybe? Let's see if I can find it.
Good find, cohort. Perhaps we can complete a writ or two on our downtime.
When he talks about the writs, you guys haven't never seen me do them because I don't really do them on camera. But it's basically these dailies where you craft items and deliver them. The Pigged children. No one, not the oldest dark elf of Mount Dagarthur or the ancient sage of Solitude himself, can recall a time when the orc did not ravage our fair Tamriel. Whatever foul and pestilent danger of oblivion conjured them up could scarcely have created a more constant threat to the well-being of the civilized races of Tamriel than the obnoxious orc. Orcs are thankfully easy to recognize from their humanoids by their size, commonly 40 purtanes in height and 15,000 engids in weight. Their brutal pig-like features and their stench. They are consistently belligerent, morally grotesque, and intellectually moronic and unclean. By all rights, the civilized races of Tamriel should have been able to purge the land of their blight eras ago, but their ferocity, animal cunning, and curious tribal loyalty have made them inevitable as leeches to a stagnant pool. Tales of orcish barbarity proceed within record. When Jasyaga wrote the Order of Dagnaz joining the armies of Daggerfell and Sentinel to hold at bay the wicked orcs in their foul Orsinium fastness, and burn aught in cleansing flame, in 1E950, she assumed that any reader would be aware of the savagery of the orcs. When the siege was completed 30 years later, after the death of many heroes, including Gaiden Shin, and the destruction of the Orsinium scattered the orcish survivors throughout the Rothgarian mountains, she further wrote, "The free peoples rejoiced for that their ancient fell enemy was dispersed into diverse parts." Obviously, the orcs had been terrorizing the region of the Iliac Bay at least since the early years of the First Era. Okay, I think I'm going to do my dailies real quick because we are here. I think they're up here. Yep. I'm going to do my dailies really, really quick. I guess I can do them on camera. They're not hard.
I saw strange lights coming from Tenmar Walk. I thought it was deserted.
So where you see those blue arrows, there are these boards, and it's going to take them automatically because I have add-ons that allow me to. So equipment, crafting writs, and then still getting used to this town here. And this one here, consumable. Okay. So let's work our way around. We got the wood crafting. I like to deconstruct anything, check my inventory, make sure there's nothing that needs to be crafted, and then we'll craft real quick. Now that you do see, that is an add-on that quickly crafts it. It was one of the things that I found extremely tedious when I was playing. On this side. Alchemy station. You rarely see me actually use alchemy, only because I haven't particularly felt the need to. Nope, not you. I'm being blind. right. Enchantment. I don't have jewelry unlocked. I keep forgetting to go to the main town. To one of the towns. I forget where. There's like one specific person you have to talk to. And I keep forgetting to go there. And so I don't have it unlocked. But I'm also not like super worried about it. I need... Where's that place?
They tell me you brought the Nords, Argonians, and Dunmer together to defeat Balreth.
I did. Need the vision. One of these huts. I'm being blind to it. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Over this way.
The Shadow Scales aren't taking any more contracts.
Coin Brothers Corner Club. Don't mind me. Yeah, I know. Okay, now we'll go deliver these, and then we continue our quest. There's a bunch others, too, that you'll gain. I don't have unlocked on this character. But basically, you join different guilds, and in joining the guilds, you're going to have dailies to do. I just haven't bothered with this character quite yet. Oh no, you're dead.
Unsurpassed. Our research into thaumaturgical infusion is coming along nicely.
I know. Dailies are done. Let's go.
Keep your eyes open for a good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend.